Hello friends, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. We've got iron, we've got copper, we've got steel, and we have green circuits. And of course we also have rocket fuel and rocket parts. The next step is going to be to make red circuits. But in order to make red circuits, we're going to need plastic, and we're going to need lots of it. According to the Factorio calculator, we need 17,717 plastic per minute. That's going to be 20 chemical plants making plastic. Of course, that is going to require quite a lot of petroleum as well. So what I'd like to do today is to get started setting up that outpost. And I was just looking at the map to try to decide what would be a good place to put it. And I was thinking that perhaps we could put it here to the right of the rocket fuel station, since we do already have a lot of petroleum here. Now, that petroleum is not going to last forever, and eventually we'll need to bring some in. But, you know, I had talked about making an oil depot anyway. So I think that perhaps we could start by building an oil drop-off station here that could feed both the rocket fuel and the plastic station. And that would cut down on the train traffic, because we could, you know, have all of the products that are using oil in the same place. That means that we could also make lubricant and sulfuric acid over here. And I think those are the only things that we need to make that are going to require oil products. Just looking at the list here. Yeah, lubricant, acid, plastic, and fuel and rocket fuel. That's it. So why don't we do that? We can, we can set it up like over here, I think. We can build a bunch of storage tanks. In fact, maybe we could have like we could put like one station here for oil to be dropped off, with, 10 tanks or something like that to store it. And then we can put plastic over here, and we can continue to have the rocket fuel there. We'll have to use a lot of pumps. I only have 2 with me now, so before we go, let's grab some engines so that I can make a stack of pumps. I know I've got engines here somewhere. Here they are. Okay, pumps. Where are the pumps? Oh, I couldn't actually pick up any of the engines. I've been filling up my inventory with refineries and chemical plants, as you can see. I've got a lot of junk here. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. I don't need too many train stations. I have a lot of pipe as well, since we are going to need that. We could probably get rid of that. Get rid of some of these extra inserters that I'm carrying around. Okay, that should help. Alright, yeah, now I can make 80 pumps, which I think is probably enough to last me the rest of the game. Alright, so let's build those, and then the rest of the engines we can get rid of. Alright, let's head over there and let's start building an oil depot to begin with. A couple things I did offline. I did add a fuel station to the green circuit area. You can't see it here, but it unloads, and then I just have a belt that feeds to 3 trains. These tracks were pretty close together, so I had to do something a little funky there. But at least all the trains are going to get fueled this way. So that was fairly simple. And then I also went up here and rearranged some drills on copper, because a lot of that is getting mined out. And Once again, I forgot to put turrets back up here, so let's get the turrets down so we don't get attacked again like we did last time. Well, I mean, we'll still get attacked, but you know what I mean. Nothing will get destroyed, is my point. Okay. So we'll head over to, I guess we'll head over to Rocket Fuel PAX and go from there. There we go. So we'll set up the oil depot first, and then we'll start building refineries. Now, we already have refineries for the solid fuel, so I only need to build the refineries that are going to feed the plastic and the lubricant and the sulfuric acid. And the calculator tells me we're going to need about 20 refineries for that. And a bunch of chemical plants. Oh, yeah, one other thing. Somebody kindly pointed out, and I can't recall who it was at the moment. I apologize, but I thank you very much for notifying me of this. I never did anything to fuel the fuel train. So we got to make sure that the fuel train itself is also getting fuel. So that's what that's for. And now I have a bunch of fuel that I can't get rid of because these boxes are all full, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to rig something up here. There we go. All right. So let's put in some rail. So we'll put the fuel depot over here, I think. So 1, 2, 3, and then we'll put the intersection here. That's normally how we do it. Okay, and we'll start by getting rid of those signals. We'll get my 2 to 2 T-junction, like so. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Actually, I should... Do I need a stacker? I don't know that I really need a stacker here, because these are going to be short trains. So what I can do is I can just set it up so that 2 or 3 trains can fit here to unload oil. So let's see how long that would need to be. Since these are just 1-1 trains. So that would be 1. Oh, and I can't see now. Let's see. Yeah, right in front of me would be the second one. I'll just leave an extra space just to be safe. There. So now we can have 1, 2, 3, 4 trains waiting to get to this station. All right, so we'll call this Oil Depot. And we do need to get fuel here as well. And I have an idea for how we can do that fairly easily. All right, but first let's set up the unloading. All right. So if we arrange the tanks like this, I need to leave 2 spaces for the pump. 1, 2. Whoops. 1, 2. All right, so if we arrange the tanks like this, then we can have 2 pumps unloading. at the same time, and it'll unload very quickly. And put a couple lights. And then we can expand this. Let's do like stacks of 4 like that. And we'll double that as well. So that'll give us lots of oil in storage. And it'll also give us lots of points to attach pumps to get the oil out, because we're going to be using oil in quantities that are going to make it impossible to do with just one pipe. We're going to have several pipes coming out of there in order to accommodate the throughput that we need. Let's see if I can do this. Yep. Okay. Right, so what if we do the shift-click method here? There we go. Okay, so that's a fairly simple station for picking up oil, or dropping off oil, I should say. All right, and we'll just put a couple signals there, and that should be good. And let's get some power over here. And we'll put down a couple of turrets. All right. So now, I think I only have one oil train right now. Let's look for oil. Yeah, and that's only taking oil to the main base. All right, so, but we can also have incoming oil from over here. So let's set that up and we can start filling those tanks. That's too bad. I'm not going to be able to make a right turn here. So let's make the turn here instead. Oops. No, that's no good either. Okay. All right, and then the other thing I'd like to do is hook these all up so we can put a counter on them. I didn't know that you could run through tanks like that. I think that was a bug. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do that. Okay, so let's make some Nixie tubes. Now this is going to be 1, 2, 3. This will hold up to 400,000. So I'm going to need 6 digits. There. We'll put them here. set these to read crude oil. Okay. Love those Nixie tubes. And we'll put a couple lights there. Okay, so that is pretty much all we need there. Now we just need to get a train. Well, yeah, right now we don't really need a train because we've got plenty of oil over here. I should put more pump jacks down though to capture the rest of these oil patches. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like there's 10 more. So let's build 10 pump jacks and we'll get the rest of these hooked up. Oh, there's one here. I didn't even see that. Let's see. Yeah, that one can go like that. Like that. Let's see. This one will need one there. Yeah, I'm just wondering if this pipeline is enough to handle all the oil that's coming out of here. And I think it is. I need one more. All right. Let's use our undergrounds again. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to walk through here. Go, and then I just need to get this hooked up to the main line. There we go. Okay. Oh, and I got one more up there. Not sure how I miscounted so badly. There we go. All right, so let's see how we're doing. All right, so that's about half full. So that's filling up pretty quickly. All right, and like I said, at some point, once we start consuming a lot of oil, we'll need to start bringing in some trains. We do have the one oil outpost up here, which still has lots and lots of untapped potential. In addition to that one, there's some more over here. That's a fairly large patch. And I think that's about it. Yeah, there's some over here as well. This might be bigger. Some of it's not revealed yet. But yeah, besides, yeah, there's one up here. Oh, there's one up here too. Yeah, so we got plenty of oil on the map. I think we'll be able to keep up with it once we get enough trains going. Okay, so now we can start building our plastics outpost. And we'll build that up here. So again, let's do a space of 3, or perhaps even closer, because it would be good to keep the pipeline as short as possible. So if I put it right here, if I put it right there, then there's going to be too much traffic at the intersection. So let's put it right here. Whoops. All right, so again, we'll clear some signals. And we'll put it here. All right. Now, let's add a stacker. So I'm going to blueprint our regular stacker. I think I'm not going to make it quite as big this time, however. All right, now here we're coming in like this, right? All right, let's put a signal there. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Yeah, we'll make this half as big this time. All right, construct more machines using robots than manually. And that's pretty impressive for me, because I do a lot of handcrafting and placing stuff myself. I don't use bots nearly as efficiently as I could. And now what? Come down like this? I don't like that. Okay, I have an idea. All right. You know, I said I wanted to make it close to there, and this isn't close at all, is it? Well, it is what it is. I'm going to have to run several lines and several pumps. Let's see. For crude oil coming in. Okay, I think I'll be okay. Factorio Planner says for all the crude oil that I'm going to consume, I need 3 lines. Less than 251 segments each. So I think I can do that. We'll just bring in 3 lines with pumps. I'll use undergrounds as much as possible, and I think we'll be okay. All right, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring the stacker out in this direction instead of going backwards. Okay, so for plastic, besides petroleum, besides oil, we need coal. And I think that's it. Yeah, we need coal and petroleum, but if I'm going to make acid as well, then I think we also need iron plates. And we need water. There's some water right there. Just kidding. No, there's water over there, and there's water there, so we're good. This is a good place, actually. Okay, so for stations, we're going to need the passenger station, of course. We're going to need fuel, and we're going to need iron, and we're going to need coal. All right, so we'll do the passenger station first. So we'll call this plastic PAX. Let's put a couple of signals. We're going to need one of those, and we're going to need one of those. Okay, and then we can copy that whole thing. All right, so that'll be passenger 1, 2. That will be fueling 1, 2. That'll be iron plate 1, 2. That's going to be coal. Whoops. And I totally hosed it. Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2. That'll be coal. And I'm doing coal last because I want that to be closer to the production. And then this will be for the outgoing plastics. Okay, and I'm out of rail. So I'm also out of time. So let me finish this up. We'll finish getting the rail set up, and I'll put a return path here. And then when we come back, we'll start to put together the refineries. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.